What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So, today's topic, what I want to talk about, is storing your firearm in a vehicle, especially when it's unsecured. Storing a firearm in your vehicle. Do not do this, all right? Anyway, before we get into the video, so we're going to give a shout out to my friends over at Call Beyond Duty Coffee. They make some really good coffee. I'm partnered with them. They make some good stuff. Currently, I'm drinking the Night Train. This is the Night Train. It's actually, there's a story behind every blend of coffee there is. So go check out the link below. You will see a link to their website, and there's actually a discount code down there, stamp 10. A discount code, very simple to use. So if you go and check them out, you can get a little discount. So go give them love. These are veterans, first responders that are out there making a difference in the world, and they decided to put their things together and make some coffee, and it's really good coffee. Now, let's get into the video. Okay, so it starts like this. I've been in a lot of conversations over the years with different people when it comes to guns. It's just guns and me, it just becomes a conversation because literally my head's like an encyclopedia of guns and it's just dying to get out. So I'm always talking about guns. You ask my wife, I'm always talking about guns. My family, everyone knows me, I'm always talking about guns. So I'll be in a discussion with someone, we'll be talking about firearms, and they'll say, "Oh, I carry a gun all the time. Every day I carry a gun." I'm like, "Awesome, man. Good job. I'm glad. That's really cool, man. What do you carry?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, I usually carry whatever, blah 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 model. So let's just say a Glock. Okay, so let's say a Glock 17 or a Walther or something like that. So they say a specific model." I'm like, "Oh man, that's a pretty good gun. It's a good choice." And then I'm sitting there like me, I'm carrying this today. And whichever, like today, I'm carrying my 1911. I'm like, "I'm carrying this today." And we talk a little bit about the different guns, stuff like that too. I'm like, "Man, you're doing a good job concealing that." I'm like, "What kind of holster are you using?" And he's like, "Oh, I got holster. I use one of those Bravo concealments or whatever, those ones." I'm like, "Oh, cool, man, good holster." I'm like, "That's a really good holster. You're doing a good job. You're hiding it pretty well." He's like, "Oh, well, it's not on me right now, so you can't really see it." I'm like, "Wait, what? You just said you carried your gun all the time." They're like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, no, it's in my truck." I'm like, I'm just sitting there, and I do one of those things, I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, "That's not carrying a gun, bro." I'm like, that's having the gun in your vehicle while you're in here. What I don't usually say in those conversations, because I just kind of shake my head, I'm like, "All right, one of these dudes," is that when you have a firearm completely separated from your body, away from you, outside, in a vehicle, probably a glove box, because that's where people put their firearms or their center consoles. That ain't carrying a gun. It ain't. I'm sorry. Carrying a gun means it is attached to your body. It is in a holster, whether it's outside, inside, like this one right here. This is a holster, okay? For those people that put their guns in the vehicles and say that they carry it. If it's not in this and not on your body, then it ain't in a holster, okay? This is something that's physically connected to your body, and the gun is physically connected to you because it's physically connected to your body. Let me talk a little bit about why this is a horrible idea to carry a firearm in your vehicle. Now, some people are going to argue and stuff like that too. Whatever. If you secure it, you're still risking it, but if you at least secure it, right? If you're going to put it in your vehicle. Let's just say you're at the mall, right? Are you going to be able to run out of the mall, escape without getting shot if there's an active shooter situation? Run out to your vehicle, find your vehicle because it's a big old parking lot, and this is just an extreme example. Find the vehicle, unlock your vehicle, get your gun, then run all the way back in, then get into that massive big building and be able to find the person that is busy doing the active shooting. Is that carrying a gun? No, that ain't carrying a gun. More than likely, if a situation like that happens, you are going to be hiding with your family or trying to run for an exit because you don't have a way to physically defend yourself unless you plan on using your hands or a pocket knife or, I don't know, a coat hanger that you find in the store shelves. That's just an extreme example of, like something like that. Like a simple example, gas station. You're at the gas station. You have your gun in your dashboard because you just didn't feel like carrying it on your hip, and you think having a gun in your vehicle is having a gun on your body. So you go into the gas station, you go get your coffee, go get your ho-hos, go get your Rockstar, whatever you're going to get. And all of a sudden, some criminal comes in there and decides to rob the place at gunpoint or knife point. What are you going to do? You ain't armed. You're probably going to do is you're probably going to cower and hide and not be able to defend yourself because there's some dude in there with a gun and you don't have a way to stop them because your gun is in your vehicle, which is not on your body. So let me ask you guys, is having a gun in your vehicle carrying a gun? No, it ain't. Or that ain't carrying a gun. That's storing a gun in a vehicle. Now, I also see this in my Facebook feeds. I see this in Instagram feed and stuff like that. They have these advertisements always come and go figure gun advertisements. And I go that and there's like this little thing that you put like on a dash. It's like a rail type of thing is what it looks like. Designed for guns or something like that. And people in every single one of the videos, the gun is literally on the dashboard in that slot and it's like hitting just right so you can just grab it and pull it. And it's always condition 3. So for people who don't know what conditions are, that's kind of a military terms. Condition 3 means it's a loaded magazine, but there's an round in the chamber so you get a rack it before it starts. So in every single one of these advertisements videos, it's in that little thing. They grab it, they rack it, then they pull it out, and then they're ready to go. That is not carrying a gun. Now, some people will argue, well, I don't actually, when I'm driving, it's uncomfortable to carry and it's kind of hard to pull for that. And I see where that could come from. And they said only when I'm driving is when I stick it on that. But then once I go back into the building, then I put the gun in my holster and stuff like that too. I completely agree with that. That's good to go. So you have quick access to it. It's right there. And you can get to it as long as you're carrying it on your body. What I don't agree with is people throwing it in their dashboard, throwing it in their center console, throwing it under their seats, and doing stuff like that. That is not carrying a gun, and that's not securing your firearm either. You see these big trucks with big wheels, mudden wheels, and they have dashboards or windshields that look like this. Ooh, maybe we should. What do you guys think? You think we should name this guy? So come up with some names. Maybe we'll name this little Martian dude. But anyway, I got distracted there. So come up with names, put those in the comments below. But anyway, so their entire vehicle looks like this right here. All right, well, on the dashboard, they have all kinds of gun stuff. They have the NRA logos and stuff like that too. It's in the middle of the city in Hartford, Connecticut. It's in the middle of the city like I have to go to court or something like that for like a wedding. I went to a wedding out there. And I'm in there, and in the parking lot, I see this massive truck just like that, windows like that. And the first thing I think is like, oh, yeah, they probably got some guns in that vehicle. Now, let's switch the scenario. Let's go WROL, zombie apocalypse, because zombies are cool. So we're talking zombie apocalypse. You find yourself in a zombie apocalypse, and you are stuck in a parking lot. And you need to escape and you need to get on the run and you don't have anything to defend yourself. There's a bunch of vehicles around. You don't see anyone near the vehicles and you need to grab stuff to protect yourself. Are you going to go to the little Subaru, to the little Prius, or are you going to go to that big truck with gun stuff and fuel stuck in the back? Are you going to try to get into that one to get the stuff that's inside? Yeah, think about that, because that's the same thing that the criminals are thinking about when they see targets, vehicles. And where do you think most stolen firearms come from? Right, they come from vehicles. They see a vehicle that possibly looks like it might have a gun. They break in there. Congratulations, you just provided a criminal with an illegal firearm. Congratulations, you are so helpful to the gun community. I might get some hate for that comment, but it is what it is, guys. Don't store your firearm in a vehicle. If you are going to store it in a vehicle, which I don't recommend, at least have it secured in some sort of safe, whether it's a hand safe or something that's attached to the inside of your vehicle, whether it's chained down or something like that. So someone can't just grab it and run and they can't break the combination and run. But if you just store it in a glove box, a center console, and something like that, you're not doing a favor for anyone, and you're definitely not carrying a gun, and you're not going to be able to use that gun to defend the lives of you or your family. So just stop doing it, guys. Remember, guys, your vehicle is a vehicle. Your vehicle ain't a holster. All right, a holster is what the gun is on your body. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me. And remember, guys, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.